Welcome to our channel, Cloud Institution. So, in this video, we're going to see about one of the very interesting topic, which is create a Terraform virtual network interface in Azure. Okay, so we're going to create a virtual network interface. Okay, so using Terraform. Okay, so in this case, let's first we'll see what is Azure Virtual Network Interface. Okay, so the virtual network interface is nothing but it represents the configuration of the VM connected to a network. Okay, so what is meant by network? So for example, if any kind of a VMs, if you create in Azure, that should have IP address. Okay, so that should have a private IP address. Okay, so if you want to have that kind of a private IP address for your for your machine, you have to create a network interface. So that is the prerequisites for any kind of a VM. So if you don't have a network interface, that cannot have a private IP addresses or a public IP address as well, right? So if you want to if you want to attach any kind of IP addresses, you should be having a network interface card. Okay, so this is not an actual physical card, it's going to be a virtual card. Okay, so that can be attached. So basically we can attach multiple VNet, so virtual network interface cards, okay, to your VM, so that will be able to access, you're able your I mean access your VM through over the internet, or so to from some other network. Okay, if you wanted to connect to your VM, so you should be able to connect through your network interface only, right? So that's what something which we are going to do it. So for now today what we are going to do is that we are going to create the network interface using Terraform here now. Okay, so because we in the next video we are going to create a Azure virtual machine. In order to create Azure virtual machines, we need we need a virtual network interface. Okay, so in this video we are creating a virtual network interface, and in the next video we are going to create a virtual VM. Okay, now so this is my console. Okay, as you can see here in the last videos, I've created a VNet virtual network and then subnet. Okay, so now in this video we're going to see that how to create a virtual network interface. Okay, so in order to do that, what you have to do is that you have to go here and you can search for a Azure network interface. Okay, you can just copy the same thing and you can just search here something like this, and the first link whatever you get here, that's called a Azure virtual network interface. Okay, so now let's go back to our console. If you can refresh, as you can see, the cloud institution or resource group is there, under which we have vnet. Okay, so the vnet is created, so that is called here vnet is over here, and then subnet. Okay, so we have already created a subnet. Let's go and see if the subnet is there or not. Let's click inside and then click on subnets. Okay, so we have one subnet is created here. Okay, so everything looks good now. So the reason why is that, so if you want to create a virtual network interface, so NIC card, you should need a subnet to be associated with that. Okay, so let's see how is that going to work. So if you want to create, sorry, if you want to create a NIC interface, so network interface. So let's go down here and then we can copy this entire configuration. Okay, so I'm copying this configuration just as it is. I'm going back here and I'm copying over here. Okay, now I'm going to make it as a variables, right? Okay, so I'm going to make it as a nickname. Okay, so var dot nickname. Okay, the location. So what's going to be the location? So Azure RM resource group, and then the resource group name is going to be cloud. Okay, so the cloud is the resource group name. The location, so where we are just getting the location from this one itself, right? So where at location, and we are taking it where at location, right? And resource group name is going to be resource group and cloud dot name or gname. Okay, so resource group cloud dot name. Okay, so as you can, we already seen this one, right? We already defined over here. Okay, so I've been copied over here. So otherwise, what you can also do is that, so we can create the resource group name and the location also. We can copy like where dot location and where dot rg name. We can just directly copy it over here because we already created the rg name, resource group name, and the location we already copied. Okay, but I'm having a reference of all these resources over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give a nickname. It's a variable. You come all the way down. Variable. Okay, so nickname. So nickname is going to be, the name is going to be, the type is going to be string. String. Sorry. Type is going to be string, and then the default value can be cloud institution fNIC. Okay, so this is my network interface card. Okay, which I'm creating virtually. Now let's go back and see the Terraform plan. Okay, so here, as you can see here, subnet ID is required. Okay, we have not given the subnet ID, so here the IP configuration is going to be internal. Okay, so the subnet ID is going to be, we need to give the ID, subnet ID. Okay, so where is the subnet ID? Here, this is the subnet, Azure subnet. Okay, so it's already been there here. The name of the resource is cloud institution subnet. Okay, so cloud institution subnet, and followed by that ID will be given. Okay, so everything is good, right? So fair enough. Now what we can do is we can go and save this, and we can just see the Terraform plan now. Okay, so as you can see here, it's just creating the network interface example. Okay, so the plan looks good. Okay, let's go and deploy it now. Okay, so if you want to deploy it, so before that, before deploying, we can go and see inside this resource group. Okay, cloud institution RG, we have only one vNet is available. Okay, so let's go and create a deploy Terraform apply. We can just give Terraform apply. So we have seen in the previous sessions that if you want to deploy any kind of resources, you have to give a option called Terraform apply. Okay, that's going to be the option that is going to be deploying your configuration. Okay, so you use Terraform apply, then you can just give yes. Okay, it's taking a while. Okay, still creating. So let's go and refresh our resource group over here. Okay, now as you can see here, the NIC is created. So this is the network interface card. Okay, okay, so as you can see here, if you can open it, the network interface will be having the IP addresses associated. So why it is having the 10.0.0.4 IP addresses? Okay, so this IP addresses is picking up from the subnet. Okay, so if you can see the subnet, whatever we have it here, we have seen it here, and then you have to make sure that the address space, that subnets, right, the subnets will be having the 10.0.0.0/28. Okay, so that which having the 16 IP addresses. Okay, so but the available IP address is going to be 10. Okay, so out of 10 IP addresses is going to be taking any of the IP addresses, right? So that's the reason why the NIC interface is picking up one of the IP addresses from 0 to 10, which is taking up the IP address of 4. Okay, so this is what it is like, so now with this we have created a network interface. Okay, and that has been attached to the subnet, but the subnet is attached to vnet, so everything is connected together, right? So now if you can see here, if you want to write it, let's see. Okay, so this is the network interface, sorry, vnet. Okay, virtual network. Okay, so it's attached to subnet. Okay, so this is subnet, it's attached to network interface card. Okay, so everything is linked together, and everything is being available inside the resource group. Okay, this is the resource group, and then this is vnet. Okay, so this is subnet, this is nic. Okay, so this is what the concept of So as you can see here, virtual network interface card. Okay, so NIC interface card. Okay, so hope you understand this concept, right? So we have created in using Terraform. Okay, so now in the next video, what we're going to do is that we're going to provision a virtual machine, Azure virtual machine in the next video. Okay, so we are going to see that in the upcoming videos, and we are going to see a lot of other videos as well. Okay, so for now, thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, and so just stay tuned for more videos which will be coming in the future on cloud and Terraform and everything. Okay, so thank you so much, guys.